Hey y'all, that was really bad.
Okay.
Hey y'all, so welcome to my channel. I'm gonna try this YouTube thing one more time, honestly. Before I get into this, look what I got here. It says, okay, so I'm very insecure about speaking in Spanish, but it was the shirt that, it's a shirt that Bad Bunny wore when he was on Jimmy Fallon, and it says, they killed Alexa, not a man in a skirt. Anyway, so I'm gonna do a get ready with me. I've never done one of these before, and I am not. Hold on.
Hi, sisters!
Is it better with the... I guess I'm gonna just do it with the light. Y'all, I'm on a budget. This is my blanket, and then this is my favorite picture, so I'm gonna do it with the light off. Sure. So I've never done a get ready with me, and I'm not a beauty guru, so don't be coming over here trying to critique my makeup, trying to learn anything, because I'm not a makeup person. I mean, I'm a makeup person, but I'm just not a professional, okay? I just want to do my makeup while I talk to y'all, and you can listen to my story. We can laugh about it, because that's what I do with my friends. I just laugh about stories as we do our makeup and our hair and all that stuff before going out to... We don't really be going out places. We just get ready and then we go get like tacos or something. I already started. Oh, the story time I'm going to be talking about is my first F-boy encounter. Yes, my... don't know why I got so happy about that.
Disgusting!
But this was my beginning of my senior year. I kind of just laugh at things now. You could take this as advice or moral of the story, but it ain't that deep really. It's just me telling you how stupid I was, and I know you're not going to be as stupid as me, because no one can get how stupid I got, and that's on period. But for real though, I'm gonna get into the story. Just let me so there's a TikTok trend going out where if you like moisturize your face, put primer on it, and then put baking powder, wipe it off, and then put setting spray, and then do your makeup. I heard it makes your skin look really good, so we're gonna try that. I already did my moisturizer, I already did my primer, so I'm just gonna get my Airspun and just do that. I think... Oh, and I'm wearing a white shirt. It's so good. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's nighttime. It's like 10 o'clock, and I was gonna do my makeup and then tell my story, but like, why? When I could just make a boo-boo to fool out of myself and do it in front of y'all. Senior year, and I had my first car my senior year. Now, at the end of my junior year, my mom let me drive her van, okay? And y'all gonna be talking about why she's telling little small details that has nothing to do with the story. It do. It got something to do with the story. You just gotta remember some things. It'll all tie in at the end. So I had a minivan the end of my junior year, and my friends loved it. My friends loved my minivan, okay? And we would all pack up in there like little sardines and go to lunch like that. So the beginning of my senior year, my mom was pretty much like, listen, I'm gonna get you your own car. Yes. Honestly, truly, I was like, my own car? That's disgusting. I don't know why I tasted that. I got my first car and everything like that. And it was a Toyota Solara. It was a two-door, sis. Two-door. I thought it looked cool. I thought, I was like, I got a little sports car looking. No, it wasn't a sports car. It looked like a Tylenol pill with wheels on it. Ain't no sports car here. Anyway, so my friends were like, you know, it's the beginning of the school year. They come to the parking lot like, hey, we're ready to go. What is that? Y'all, they were like, what is this? We big, we can't fit up in here. They were so upset because I'm like, because the minivan can fit like 8 to 10 people. This car can only fit 5 people, including me. So let's call him Jose. He was my best guy friend in high school. I really do miss him, but we stopped being friends over some stupid drama like 2-3 years ago. So, okay, so let me stop getting off track. So, we're gonna call him Jose for the sake of the story. And he was my favorite my best guy friend ever. If we weren't going out to get food during lunch, then we would just go to my house and eat. But yeah, he was great. I loved him. I still love him. I have so much love for him still, even though I tried reaching out to him like a year and a half ago, but it didn't work out. So I left that alone. We go to my house for lunch, and I also have 2 best friends in this story, and we're still friends till this day. So pretty much only 3 of them, they had a reserved spot in my car for lunchtime. And so that means only one of my friends from like the minivan that they would be in can come into the car. So they would like fight for spots and everything, and it was always so funny. But anyways, started this class. It was a nutrition class, like cooking, nutritional stuff like that. It was just a random class we had to take for the semester in order to graduate, and I decided to take mine in the beginning of the semester. And in this class, I didn't really know anybody. I knew like my friends' friends are in that class, so I would sit by them, but we weren't like they weren't like my besties or whatever. And so one day, the second day of school pretty much, the teacher was like, hey guys, so we're going to be doing a word search for class today because we had to wait a week until the kitchen area was open and we can move into that classroom after like a week. So we pretty much did like crossword puzzles of our vocab words. This boy comes and sits right next to me, and for this story, we are going to call him Derek. Derek sat by me, and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. Anyways, back to my word search. As I'm doing my word search, I realize that he's like leaning over like that, and I'm like, are you trying to kiss me? What's that one video? He's like, are we about to kiss right now? I was like, why is this fool like all up leaning and stuff? And then I looked right at him like the 3rd or 4th time he did it, and he was copying my word search. It's a word search. Why are you copying me? So me being the dummy girl, I was like, hey, do you just want to look at my paper when I'm done and all that? I was like, do you just want to look at my paper when I'm done? I could just hand it to you. He was like, yeah, thanks. I just really don't feel like doing this. And I was like, it's all good. You could just copy off me when I'm done. Honestly, I let people copy off me whether I know what I'm doing or not. Like if we're doing algebra and I'm doing work, I'm going to let you copy off me because if we fail, we're going to fail together. He just copied off my word search. That was that. And then the rest of this time, since it literally took me like 15 minutes to do. It was a big one. It was a big word search. And so after that, the teacher was all like, okay, you guys can just chill for the rest of the class period. And then she said something to where when she talked about it, it rhymed. And I didn't think she realized she rhymed. So I meant to say this part in my head, but I said, she got bars. I said that out loud. It's not even funny. It wasn't funny back then and it wasn't funny now. But when I said it out loud, he turned to me and he started laughing. And he was like, you're so funny. So, do you want coochie that bad? Are you laughing that hard to get some spare coochie, sir? Because that wasn't funny. Like, you know how guys or girls be like trying extra hard and be like laughing, kissing up to the person they want to, get something from. Spare coochie, ma'am? Like, no. I was like, that wasn't even funny. But when he was laughing, I was like, my bad. I meant to say that in my head. He was like, no, it's all good. He laughed and he was like, you're pretty funny. You want to text me sometime? So me being the desperate girl in need for male attention and male validation, I said yes. Because, like, it's not you as a boy. It's me as a girl trying to see if I can even pull guys. It's nothing special about you, sweetie. I just wanted to know if I can get, I'm... Because I never really was able to pull nobody throughout high school. I was the ugly duckling. We exchanged numbers, and then that was that. And so he texted me later on that night, and we were just simply talking about, it was like some basic stuff to where I don't even remember what we're talking about, and I'm not going to make up anything because I'm telling you, I don't know. The next day comes around, and we're in class. We're like talking about things, and I'm just like talking to him, and he ends up telling me like he's a SoundCloud rapper. I should listen to his music. Me personally, I'm not into that type of stuff, But if you are my man, I was like, oh, this is my future man. I'm going to support him. I'm going to support my future man. So I was like, yeah, I will listen. I will listen to your SoundCloud. I went home later that night and I listened to his SoundCloud. I was like, hey, yo, this is trash. But I ain't gonna say nothing though because I like you. So I ain't gonna say nothing. And so that was, y'all, what did I just do? I look crazy. What did I just do? I told y'all I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not. I listened to his SoundCloud, and then when he asked me the next day in class, like, what I thought about it and stuff like that, I was like, you were really good. Do you do this all your free time? He said, yeah, I just have a lot of time on my hands. He didn't have no job. I had a full-time job in high school. I was working 40, 45 hours a week, y'all. I was slaying away trying to get my bag. And yeah, so let me go ahead and skip the boring parts for you guys, and I'm gonna get into the juicy stuff where everything just started turning left, sweetie. Within the second or third week, he started needing rides to school. So I ended up telling him like a few days after we were talking in class, through text message, I was like, yeah, I have a car, I drive to school every day. I don't like taking the bus. I refuse. I'm a senior, I'm not taking the bus. And so I was like, I take my friend, my best friend that lived down the street from me, I take her to school every day too. And so he's like, well, can you take me to school tomorrow? Like, I normally don't do this because I ride the bus, or I get rides from a family member, but can you just take me tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I told my best friend, and I was like, you can come too. Like, he's going to be with us. And she was like, no, it's fine. I'll let y'all have your alone time. And so she got a ride somewhere else somehow. I don't know. So that happens, and I went to go pick him up. You know, he got into my car. Oh, I did my makeup this morning. I did my makeup that morning. I went to go pick him up. I normally didn't do my makeup like that my senior year in high school. But I did my makeup because I was like, let me try to look cute. Let me try to look cute for him. So I did like my green eyeshadow. Like I did like green on my base and brown around here. I know it was bad. I know it was. But I thought I was looking cute, you guys. I thought I was looking so cute. So let me show you and let me act out what had happened, okay? Hey. Oh. Oh my gosh. What? What is it? Oh, nothing. You just look like the Grinch that stole Christmas. You look like the Grinch with that makeup. Like, look at you all green. The Grinch. You're so funny. That's what happens. He called me the Grinch and he said that I stole Christmas and I need to give it back. So after that happened, I tried to laugh it off. You know, I tried to just laugh it off. And that was that. So I drop him off at school. Guys, he tells me to drop him off in the front because he didn't want to be seen with me. He didn't say he didn't want to be seen with me, but I know it's because that's the reason why. So I dropped him off at the front and he walked inside. And so I had to go park the car by myself, and that was that. That's what happened that day. During class, we didn't really talk because it was this time I told y'all like we were waiting like a week to move into the kitchen area. So at this point in time, the teacher put us in different groups, and we had to do like actual assignments. So we didn't really talk in class at this point. That day, he texted me after school right before I was about to leave. I'm walking to the parking lot, and he was like, hey, can you give me a ride back home? And I was like, sure, I'll give you a ride back home. And so he gets in my car, you know. He tells me to stop at a gas station, you guys. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I pull into a gas station. He gets out my car, but then starts searching, like he's looking for something. He's looking for something, right? And I noticed that he's like lifting up my mats. He's lifting up my car mats, opening my console, looking in my cup holder, and he starts collecting my coins that he finds. So he picks up my coins in my car, and I'm just like, what are you doing? He says I need to get a 99-cent tea. So he uses my money, doesn't even ask, picks up the coins, closes my door, and walks inside the gas station. He gets back in my car and he says, okay, you can take me home now. Yo, I didn't say nothing for the rest of the car ride. He didn't say nothing. He was on his phone texting away. I dropped him off and he's all like, all right, see you tomorrow. He goes, all right, see you tomorrow. Can you give me a ride tomorrow morning? Yeah? Leaves. He leaves. And I say yes, of course. So fast forward. I start giving him rides pretty much every morning at this point. It starts becoming a routine for a good week and a half. This one day after school, I give him a ride after school. He meets me in the parking lot, gets into my car. And let me tell y'all something. He really made me cringe so hard this day when it happened. Letting y'all know I don't get easily impressed. I'm not easily impressed. If you flaunt money, all that stuff, I don't get impressed by it because it's just money. So I told you guys he was a SoundCloud rapper, you know? And he was telling me like, I'm doing a project with Fetty Wap soon. It's going to be so dope. Do you want to see the conversation me and Fetty Wap had? I was like, you talked to Fetty Wap? And he was like, well, I talked to his manager. So he takes his phone out and he goes, see? You see it? I'm reading it and it's, hey, I can't wait to do this song with Fetty Wap. And then the person on the other line of the message goes, can't wait for you guys to do this. It's going to be great. That was that. And the name on the phone was, you guys won't believe it. The name on the phone he was talking to was Fetty Wap's manager. Not even like an actual name. It was just Fetty Wap's manager, not Mr. Craig or something like that. So I go, oh, good for you, little buddy. Good for you, buddy. Oh, good for you. Like, what else? Like, this is a joke. Does he think... I mean, if he actually is talking to Fetty Wap's manager, then good for him. It's been a good 3 years. That song must have been really fire. It's probably going to be great because you guys had a really long time. Has it been 3 years? It's probably been 4. 2016, I graduated. Has it been senior? Oh my gosh. And then he goes and he's like, can I play one of my songs? And I'm like, my aux cord is plugged into my phone. Before I could even finish that sentence, he plugs my aux cord out of my phone and he plays his SoundCloud, you guys. And if you guys know the song, Ichima, that song, so that song wasn't popular in our school and it was like from foreign artists that no one listens to in our school. But I actually listened to like 2 of the artists that were in that song. So I just knew about the song. And the instrumental was like, dun, 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 something like that, you know? So it was very different. It was very unique. It was its own style. So I knew that song anywhere and I listened to it every single day. But like at home, he played those instrumentals. He told me he was about to play his song. And then I hear that instrumental from Ichima. I looked at him and I was like, this sounds so familiar. He was like, no, it's my song. Like, I did this. And listen, he started rapping, you guys. It was so bad. It was so bad. It wasn't my taste at all, sweetie. But it was really bad. And I didn't want to, because, like, it's secondhand. I've been working on my eyes for so long. I need to stop. But, like, it was, like, secondhand embarrassment if I would have been like, hey, I know this song. It's called Ichima. So I just kind of went along with it with my stupid old self. And I was like, it's really catchy, honestly. I love the instrumentals. And so he was like, thank you. And then he turns it up as we're leaving the parking lot. He turns it up max volume. And he's like, I need everybody to listen to this fire right here. Fire where? So the only thing that's burning is my ears. And it's hurting my tummy too as well. Like this. Anyway, so I drop him off. Of course, we make our stop at the famous gas station for some tea. And yeah. Now, this is the last week of us talking. And this is where kind of the drama happens. Actually, something else happens in between. I'm gonna try to hurry up and say what happens, but it was such a crazy coincidence. Okay, so the next morning comes around, and it's a Friday, because I remember I'm gonna have a sleepover with my friends tonight. And then yeah, and it was like these two girls I was friends with in soccer, and they were sisters. So they have like a little ranch, and there's like 3 houses, and their cousins lived in that one, and their other family lived in that one, and then their main family lived in the other one. And they had like a pig farm, chicken farm, all that stuff, you know. Hey, tonight I'm gonna go to my friend's oh my gosh, real quick. So I went to the bank one day between my lunchtime, and he went with me. I went to go put my check in from the job I worked at, and it was like $400-$500 paycheck. It was pretty small for than what I usually got, but it's whatever. So I go put it in my bank account at the bank, and he's with me, and he's like, hey, you should get $100 bills, like in ones, like $100 all in ones, just do it. Y'all, I'm so stupid because I did it. And when we left the bank, he grabbed the ones, got his phone, and went like, money calling. And so I was trying to put at least a piece of my hair in the frame so people know he wasn't alone and that this is most definitely my money. But every time I try to move near him, he was like, money calling. After school that day, I went straight back to the bank. And put my money back into the bank account. One day for lunch, this was also in between the time I was giving him rides and stuff. Why did I do that? There was also the time I was giving him rides and stuff. He wanted to go to Chick-fil-A with me. So my friends decided to go ride with somebody else, and me and him went to Chick-fil-A. He said, can I get a sandwich real quick? I'll pay you back later. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And I knew dang well he wasn't going to pay me back, but what am I doing, y'all? What am I doing with my eyes? I don't know. But I was like, yeah, you can get a chicken sandwich. It's fine. So I gave him my card. I should have went up there with him like he's a freaking kid. But I gave him my card. He comes back with the receipt. The Chick-fil-A employee brings the food. Now, he got a sandwich, but what he didn't tell me was he was buying the whole store. He didn't tell me that part. Tell me why this kid had almost like 2 full meals in front of him and then a chicken sandwich on the side. I had to eat at home for the rest of the week after that. Oh my God. Anyways, but that was one incident. And then after that happened, I actually just didn't go to lunch with him anymore after that happened. I remember I told you guys. So Friday, I was like, I'm going to go to sleepover at my friend's house. And he said, okay, before you go to the sleepover, can you give me a ride to my cousin's house? I was like, yeah, I can do that. I go pick him up from his house later that night. I tell him to just give me the directions. And my GPS was going to give me the direction to my friend's house. Because as soon as I dropped him off, I need to drive out into the little country area and go meet my friend. This is going to be my first time at her house. And during this time, of course, we had to make our famous stop at the gas station so he can get his tea. He comes back in. He comes into the car like this when I go pick him up to go to his cousin's house before we go to the gas station. He goes like, oh, what a beautiful day for some tea. Can I get some tea? Of course you're going to get some tea because at this point, I'm a dang sugar mama. So we go get his tea. Yay, I give him $1. Like he's my freaking child. I'm over here feeding him. And on the car ride there, as he's giving me directions, he starts saying like, you know, because of you, you inspired me to write more music. You give me so many ideas. And like, I'm gonna write a song about you because honestly, you're like different, and this world, this industry, this system, this justice system is so corrupt. Everything, this world is so corrupt, and then there's you're just here and you're different. So you sound like Russ. Get out of my car. Like, oh my gosh, I can't stand people that sound like Russ. So as I'm driving and he's giving me directions, I noticed that his directions are like the same thing as my GPS. So we get there and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is where I'm having my sleepover at. And he was all like, oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna be in this house right here. And I was like, oh, I'm going to the Sasha and Chloe. We're gonna call them Sasha and Chloe. I'm going to Sasha and Chloe's house right over there. And then he was like, okay, well, just drop me off right here and I'll meet you in a little bit because I'm gonna go say what's up to them. And I was like, okay, cool. So I parked, went inside, and I was telling my friends, Sasha and Chloe, because they're sisters, I was like, yeah, I guess what just happened, this and that, and I filled them in on everything. They were like, oh, you're talking to Derek? You can do better. So they tell me, Sasha was all like, oh, by the way, we made you some spaghetti. It's on the stove. And I was like, yes, some spaghetti. So I went to go get me a bowl of spaghetti, eating it and everything. And then Derek texts me, because I'm in my pajamas at this point. As soon as I walked in, I'm like undressing as I'm talking to them, because I'm like, y'all just won't believe what happened. I'm over here getting in my pajamas, eating my spaghetti at this point. And Derek messaged me, and he was all like, hey, can you come outside? Oh my gosh, this baby wing. And so I was like, yeah, of course. Oh my gosh. I don't know. So anyways, I go outside and Derek was like, I just wanted to say you look so beautiful tonight. Sir, I got spaghetti sauce on my titty. Huh? He is like complimenting me, and you know, I'm over here eating my spaghetti, and he goes, you just look so beautiful tonight, and I wanted to tell you that. Sir, don't do it. Oh my gosh, stop. I'm eating my spaghetti. I have spaghetti breath. Trying to be all cute. He goes, man, I don't care about that. So me being me, I can't kiss people with like my breath smelling any type of way besides mint. So I declined, and I was like, maybe later. So he goes back to his friends, and he's like, I'll see you in the morning. By the way, can I get a ride back home in the morning? Okay, thank you. And he walks away, you know? Yeah, the night happens. I go back inside, finish my sleepover, and the morning rolls around. So, I mean, I go outside, and I'm like, hey, I text him, like, hey, I'm up. I'm about to leave in, like, 45 minutes. And so that was that. He was like, okay. So I get in my car. I drive up a little bit, and I'm, like, at the front door of the other house. He comes outside all shirtless. Comes outside and he's shirtless, and he had these tattoos I had no idea he had. They were really ugly. But that ain't none of my business, because who am I to talk? Who am I to talk with my tattoos? They're not that cute. Well, some of them are cute. Some of them I regret. Anyways, is in my car. He sits down and he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? Where's your stuff? He's like, oh, I decided to stay. I was just out here to say bye to you. And I was like, oh, you could have told me that, dude, but that's fine. We could just, you know, hang out another day. And all that stuff. He was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay here and chill with my boys. And I was like, that's fine. And at this point, me being me, I was like, so, you wanna kiss? All awkwardly, I was like, you wanna kiss? And he goes, no, I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I don't want to kiss you with my breath not fresh. And I was like, you know what, that is fine. I understand. I am gonna fight you about that. I go home, and that was that. Now, this is where my heart gets broken. And so the next week, since it was a Friday, we had school, and then my friends Jose and Olivia, Sasha, and Chloe, they're like, hey, do you want to go to the field and go play soccer? Now, in high school, I was terrible in soccer. I thought I was great, but just like my makeup, I was terrible, and I'm a loser, and I need more hard work and practice, but since I'm not ambitious and motivated enough, I didn't do so. Therefore, I failed. But yeah, so I was really bad. I told, Derek. I told Derek, like, hey, I would give you a ride today, because of course he asked for a ride after school, because I didn't give him rides in the morning at this point. It was mainly just after school. I was like, I'm actually at the soccer field right now playing with my friends, like soccer. He goes, okay, I'll just meet you over there, and then I'll leave with you when you leave. And I was like, that's fine, yeah. So he comes up to me within like the 20 minutes of him being out there, and he goes, hey, you like really suck. Can I like wait in your car? You can wait in my car. He goes, gets my keys, and he goes to my car and sits down, or whatever he's doing. And so Olivia, the girl playing soccer with us, she's like 2 grades younger than I was. She was like a sophomore, I was a senior. And the juniors, or the freshmen and sophomores, they would go across the street to a donut shop, because most of them didn't, or none of them really had cars or anything like that. And the only food near them was donut shop place. So that's where they would all crowd around during lunch. And like me and my friends would go Chick-fil-A, you know, all them places. But yeah, so she comes up to me and she's like, hey, real quick, are you and Derek talking? And I'm like, yeah, things are getting pretty serious between us. And I was like, yeah, things are getting pretty serious. Why? She goes, I'm literally not trying to start anything, but he was with Vicky and he had his arms around her at the donut shop and like they were kissing up on each other, and I overheard a conversation. And I didn't, now that everything's adding up, I think it was about you, but what he said wasn't really true, but he did say some things. And I was like, what did he say? She said, well, he had her arms around her, and I just remember hearing like, it's not even that serious, babe. I'm just using her for my car. She's not even that cute. I ought to had him reimburse me for all the gas I spent on him. Like, I was so pissed off, and I was like, he said that? Obviously, I didn't know it was even you he was talking about until you just confirmed that y'all are talking. And I mean, you have a car. You're like one of you have a car, and you giving him rides every day, right? And I was like, pretty much. And then, I don't know, girl, like, we should go talk to him about it. So, of course, Jose comes up and he hears everything. And he's all like, oh my gosh, Saucy, you better beat him up. I'll drag him out the car for you. You better, like, they were like hyping him up or hyping me up and everything. And I was like, I'm going to deal with this, y'all. I'm going to deal with this. Just stay right here if y'all want to or whatever. But I'm going to go deal with this real quick. So I go in the car. Hey, so I have a question to ask you. Were you at the donut shop and you were saying that you're using me? Like, is that what you told your friend Vicky or whoever she is? And he goes, who told you that? No, who told you that? I say, well, it was one of my friends, she told me, and I just wanted to know if that was true. He said, which friend? Which friend told you that? Ooh. Which friend told you that? I want to know right now, which friend told you that? And I'm like, and then he goes, Olivia starts peeking around the corner and you can see her like in the mirror. And he goes, oh, it was that B word. I'm going to go say something to her. Sir, she's a sophomore. You are a grown man. I grabbed him by the shirt, yanked him back in, and I was like, you're not going to go up to her. You're a 19-year-old boy. You are grown. You're not going to go to this little sophomore calling her B words and all types of names and go up to her face. I'm not having you do that. So I pull him back in the car, and I was like, I just want to know if that's true. Yes or no? He don't answer me. He's like, this is BS. Just drop me off. Just drop me off. I was like, oh, no. I'm not still a chauffeur. Y'all, where are my hands of applause? Y'all, I'm sticking up for myself finally. So I'm finally sticking up for myself. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to drop you off. I'm going to drop you off across the street. I'm going to drop you off across the street. That's what you're going to do. And then I go into the road, stop, put my hazard lights on. I'm like, and I'm literally dropping you off in the street. Now get out my motherfucking car. And I'm like going off, this and that. He's out of my car. I drive back to Jose and them, and I'm like, okay, y'all, I dealt with it. See you later. It was funny. I think I probably cried. I can't remember really high school like that, but I think I cried that night. Class rolls around because I remember, you guys, I had him in class, and I kind of forgot that I had him in class. So now I have to face my issues and consequences tomorrow when I go see him because I forgot he was in my class. I go to class and he's there. He's giving me like dirty looks, but I don't care. I don't really care. And then my friend, this girl that I told you, she's like my friend's friend. Me and her were talking, and she was all like, hey, how come you and Derek aren't talking? All this stuff. I thought y'all were like together. And I was like, no, not no more. And she goes, why? Why is that? And I'm like, because, oh, by the way, when we were at the gas station, I kind of went through his phone. Not really go through his phone, but I kind of saw his phone, and he had a lot of girls like texting him and all this stuff. So yeah, so I pretty much told her, I was all like, well, he was just using me, and on top of that, he was just talking to other girls. So y'all, I don't have I'm sorry if y'all are like judging me like, girl, it's not how you put on foundation. I don't care at this point. This is how I do my makeup. Let me be bad at it, okay? I tell her everything. Little did I know he was eavesdropping. He goes, girls on my phone. I wasn't even talking to nobody. No one was even using you. So y'all, guess what he does? He throws his phone at me, thinking he probably thought I was gonna catch it. But I told you I suck at soccer, therefore I suck at hand-eye coordination. I don't catch nothing except feelings. But I don't be catching nothing. So I let his phone fly across the room and it shattered on the floor because it was like one of those iPhones. It was like an iPhone 4, I think. It shatters and he gets so pissed off to where he leaves the class. A week passes by. He's back in class. And he is like talking to one of his friends. And he's like trying to flaunt and stuff like that. Talking about, yeah, during lunch today, I started throwing ones outside the car. And all these hoes was catching the money. Like, I felt like a pop star. Me and my friend literally heard it. And we busted out laughing. She was like, does he even have a car? And I was like, girl, no, he don't even got no ones. He ain't got no job, no money. And then he is all like, why you always talking about me? But why you always talking about me, though? What am I doing? He left the classroom. Him and our teacher got into like a huge argument. And he pretty much didn't listen to her. And he left. And she had to call like the principal or the APs and stuff like that. And me personally, I don't like bad boys. I cannot stand bad boys. So all that broke out and it was really cringy to watch. I can't stand watching people argue with teachers. You cannot leave the classroom. And then so he just left. He would like leave in between. Like he'll start leaving class early and he'll like, at that point the teacher was like I can't stop him. He doesn't listen to me. And so he eventually ended up either going to like a different school, like alternative school or something, because it wasn't even like the situation. What is that? It wasn't even our situation. It was that he was doing other stuff. Like this kid was actually turned out to be like a really bad boy. Like he was a bad boy. And that was that. He's still a SoundCloud rapper. Well, kind of, because the other day, 2 days ago, my best friend was all like, oh, him, Derek, yeah, he's in jail. Yeah, so Derek is in jail. I don't know if he's able to work on his Fetty Wap song. I can't talk mess about him because look at me. I look disgusting. Yeah, so that's my story of my first F-boy encounter. It was more like, I don't know if I'm gonna do my first F-boy encounter or the time he used me. I'll probably do that one. But yeah, I have a lot more story times. I have so many more story times, especially about boys. I gotta work on my thumbnail. Hold on, let me work on my thumbnail. But yes, please like if you'd like to. Please subscribe if you'd like to. I cannot wait to bring more stories out here. Thank you guys so much for watching and see y'all later. I need an outro. See y'all until yonder. No, peep ya later. That was terrible. Bye. See y'all in my next video. Alright, see y'all in my next video. Alright, see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.